Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of FTB Skies 2 on the FTOG server. As you can see to my left here, or technically speaking my right, we have an ancient debris Geor now. And it has been doing the work. We got 198 netherite scrap right there. In our storage, we have basically another stack of netherite. I also have a sapphire Geor now. Not that that's useful. Other upgrades that I've done in the meantime. We have an Inception upgrade now. So, our backpack, main backpack's a lot cleaner. We have our tools backpack. We have our episode prep backpack. And it's just overall a lot cleaner in our base backpack. I have also created extractors now, which basically are things that will extract from a block if you have the right... You can see what they're doing. Kiwi is lava and water and a kiwi block in there, so I have a full drawer of that. We've got netherrack, which is 2 lava and a gravel. And then we have a cobbled deep slate with a packed ice and a lava, making me deep slate, or cobbled deep slate, which I needed for something. Still haven't cleaned this, or fixed this, but I have cleaned up the ash. Glyphs. We now have all the tier 1 glyphs, as per last episode's Arcane Library visit. And I have most of tier 2. I could make a couple more of these. But not right now. Actually, I could make pretty much all except these 2 right now. Oh, also I don't have any honey. But, okay, so I can make this one right now. But, hopefully soon we'll have access to these best glyphs in the game. But not right now. This is full. Source is full. Nothing to do with it right now. Lots of essences. Lots of Wilden tablets. Here comes a creature. Whatever. But after the mishap with the pearl last episode, I decided to make something where we could farm those pearls a little more consistently. And that's this. The gatehouse. Actually, these aren't supposed to be here. I was growing trees. So we'll just put those away for now. But this is the gatehouse, because the mod is Gateways to Eternity. So you place the gate here. We've got basically a 31 diameter circle. And then just for aesthetics, we got the gatehouse here. Open the door. There's this bottom layer. If we head up to this floor, you have access to a viewing gallery. And then if we head up this way, we have a little tower with a patrol thing. And to get down from here, I want to show you a tool. This is a redstone hook, which I will put in the proper grappling hook spot. And these are from the Hooked mod, which are basically the Terraria grappling hooks, where the more of them you have, you can shoot more hooks, and you'll get suspended between them. But the redstone hook is different, because the redstone hook, you create a boundary point with the hooks, like this. And let's go there, and there. And then within the bounds of this red thing, which for some reason is not behaving properly. Come on. There we go. You can fly within the bounds created by the redstone hook. So if you don't have proper flight yet, this thing is good. And it's super easy to make. You just need redstone, little quartz for the comparator, and then some iron. It's super easy to make, relatively. and you can fly within the bounds of these, and then just shift double jump. Right. Why can't I land now? There we go. Shift double jump to retract all the hooks. Unfortunately, due to the fact that I only have limited keys on my keyboard, I have it set to control, which is also when I need to throw a stack, I need to hit control. So, I need to have it off most of the time. But if we look over at the mob farm, and I forgot to put my jetpack back on. I think it's charging right now. Charged. Nice. So we'll throw our jetpack back on. If we look at the mob farm, I used some of the pearls, the gateway pearls, to get more eggs. So this is our egg collection now. We have piglin brutes, wither spawns, or wither skeletons and blazes. You've seen those already, but now we have spiders, creepers, zombies, drowned, cows, endermen, and pigs. And this is the state of our stuff. Let's see. What else have I done? The library that you've probably seen over here. This library is our apotheosis setup. It's going to be. So this uses the BEER mod. Bookshelf extended enchanting range. I've extended the library, or extended the enchanting table's range so it can pick books up from anywhere on these shelves and in here. It's basic. It doesn't let you bypass limits, but it does let you be more creative with your enchanting setup builds, which is what I've done here. So we have normal bookshelves here, and then I've decided to, instead of put them in a chest this series, I've decided to display all the different apotheosis shelves. So I have all 4 of the hell shelves varieties, and I have 3 out of 4 of the sea shelves, because I don't have easy access to Heart of the Seas right now, because I don't have Mystical Agriculture running. And you need Diamond Essence to make those. Which technically I could get from fishing if I was really, really lucky, but I don't have the patience. We have the dormant deep shelves and the deep shelves, and then we don't have the stuff to make all of those yet. So I've placed all of our materials in here, and then these 2 will be end shelves. And then any of the extra shelves, I'll just find a place for them. But the basic idea is we can put all the shelves we need in these 2 slots here, and then we can put any like skulls or candles or extra cool shelves and stuff on the top shelf. And then this is a villager trader. We have one with knowledge of the ages, which converts drops to XP, and then we have one with mending. And those are the 2 books I've needed so far, because knowledge of the ages makes our XP farm over there very, very cool and useful. Finally, in updates to the base, I've replaced our smelter because we have our smelting glyph with this brewing setup. If I charge up the blaze burner and this will water in. If I leave that on, it will do funny things with the mix, which I don't want, so I have it levered. And then if I throw another ward in there while that's heated, and activate this windmill, which I've turned off for lag, it'll brew it up. It'll make 4 potions per ingredient, which is 1 more than doing it in brewing stand, so this is more efficient, it's faster, because it's much faster than brewing with a brewing stand. And I think that's all of the updates. Oh, I also added a windmill to this, and an extra depot, because with the fans, the speed doesn't matter, that only affects the distance. So even the slowest possible windmill gives us 2 blocks of stuff, which I used to make prismarine out of lapis, so I could make those seashells. And I also have an egg farm now, from a chicken that randomly spawned. So we can use the eggs to make charm stuff. More eggs for our farm. But with all of that out of the way, let's get on to the main event, Malum. It's actually a very complex, but also simple mod. So, the basic idea is you take this scythe, created like this, with the refined soulstone we made last episode, and you kill mobs with it in our farm. Or wherever you get your mobs. Locally sourced mobs, always the best. And then that gives you spirits like these. Now, the arcane and infernal I get from blazes. The earthen and sacred I get from cows. Eldritch comes from endermen. Aerial I've been getting from spiders. Wicked comes from any kind of undead. And the aqueous. I'm actually really proud of the aqueous because I was like, where am I supposed to get a water mob? Fish and squid don't spawn enough for me to really get a reliable egg, and then I realized I can drown zombies, and then get a drowned egg, and drowned give me aqueous spirits. So, if you need a way to get aqueous spirits, that's a good way. But you take those spirits, and then you can apply them to this. And you can put extra items required for the recipe. So let's look at hallowed gold real quick. Real easy. So you would take 2 sacred spirits and an arcane spirit. You would apply them to the spirit altar. You would then put 4 nether quartz on one of these pedestals, and they take multiple items. You don't have to do it one at a time, which is really nice. And then you would put the gold on here, and then it would craft that. Very simple crafting system. And then these obelisks, speed it up. Make it faster. But you need the hallowed gold to make those, I believe. So your initial crafts will be slow, but once you get the obelisks, faster. And then there's this. The Spirit Crucible. This is a very similar crafting system. Let me just take this, and let's say 2 of these. You put this on, and then you place the spirits. We'll show you how this works. And these are, you can put fuel in them to speed this up at the cost of more damage to that guy. But that guy's not hard to make, so I'm not really worried right now. Yeah, that's basically it. And the ether that we need to make the end portals are made like this. 2 infernals and an arcane, so you kill a blaze with the scythe. And then a blazing quartz, which similarly is just 2 arcane, 2 infernal, and the alchemical thing makes the blazing quartz. So the blazing quartz I made a bunch of ether, and we now have the ether that we need in order to get our end portals going. The next thing, all we need now is 4 skulk blocks and the marks of mastery. Both of which we are going to get today. So let me take a Wilden tablet. And I realize there's our ritual brazier. And we're going to head over to this thing. Now, I talked to Grok about a couple things. And one, he said that the Wilden does not break stuff within your claim. So, hopefully, this will be good. And it won't break anything, and we can just real quickly get what we need from our Wilden friend here. There we go. Easy. Not too hard at all. We're just gonna... Because he's slowed by the freezing ray, so we can just sit here and blast him real quick into the corner, like this. Just not too complicated. Oh, he's changing forms, I think. and we have a bunch of hit points and decent armor, so just keep him slowed, and then do this. Oh, he's changing forms now, which means I won't be able to hurt him. Oh, he flies. He's flying now. That's fine. We can still blast him. Okay, so he doesn't destroy stuff, so that makes our life very easy. Where'd he go? There he is. Let's turn on our magnets so we make sure to get what we need. There we go. Got our Wilden tablet. Excellent. So now we can head over to our Ars Nouveau setup, which I am going to move to the library once I figure out exactly how I want to build it. And then we are going to take, I believe it's one of each essence. Right. Enchanting apparatus, one of each essence makes us 5 marks of mastery. We actually are going to need to do another one, aren't we? Conjuration, abjuration. Air essence. Okay, that. And then if we throw this in here, and this should give us 5 marks of mastery, which is not enough to do what we need, because we actually need one more crafting of this. I'm going to do the other 3 of these, and I'll be back in a second. And just like that, we now have enough to not only do our end portals, but also we can do pretty much everything else we need to do. We can do the magic armor upgrades. We can do our focuses. Now, what was it that I needed to upgrade Chorus Fruit? Right. We'll get that next episode, I think. Because not only can we do that, but we can also do this and upgrade our spellbook to level 3. And we can also get a whole bunch of money. Because the Wilden Tribute gives us money, the Marks of Mastery gives us money, and the Archmage spells gives us money. That's $150 right there that I'm not using at all. We have a bunch of magic points that we can... 1, 2, 3... Oh, I have a lot of magic points. There we go. Athletics, super full of points. Not important. But now that we have the Marks of Mastery, which for now I'm just going to put right back in here. Now we only need Skulk. And according to the quest book, if we go to Getting Started, we can get Skulk from a Warden, obviously, in the Fargo's Dungeon, which I have already found in the Nether. So let's head in there and see if we can get to the bottom of that place and kill ourselves a Warden. Now, if we take out our Explorer's Compass, we can activate Fargo's... I don't think it's called that, but... Source in alphabetical order. Where is it? FTB Team Base, Fargo's Talismans, Dungeon 2. Which is not where it's supposed to be. I think it's this. Yes. Okay. Activate our jetpack and fly 500 feet over here. We will find a structure. If we speed up so we can get there faster. Zoom. Right in the middle of the warped forest. Find ourselves a Fargo's dungeon. Now, I do not know where the entrance is, but I'm gonna find it. The entrance to this dungeon... Not there. Not there. Come on. Not there, it seems. There's one up here. Where's the entrance to this thing? No. There doesn't seem to be one. Which is annoying. might have to break in somewhere. Let's break in down here. Okay. Let's just break in here, because I can't seem to find the entrance. Okay. Looks like we've found our way into the walls, which is not where we want to be. There we go. Okay. I've heard... I think the warden is in the background. What is that? Appears to be a dead skeleton. Let's get our spell going, and we'll just kind of do some exploring. Hello. Hello there, friend. Oh, you're waking up. Cool. Is this the Archlich? There's 2 bosses, supposedly, in this dungeon. That might be the first boss that I accidentally chose. The worst. Yep, that's it. It's like we're starting with the boss. I chose probably the worst spot in the dungeon to break through the wall, because that's my luck, apparently. The music is very loud. But it seems like this guy is not much of a problem, because our magic is super powerful. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, and we have a lot of hearts. There he is. Well... Oh, this might only be half of his points. This music is crazy. But... Seems he's not doing... Where'd he go? A lot of damage. Oh, I think he's outside. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, bud? Oh, there he is. He's invisible. I see. This music is so loud, I'm gonna have to significantly reduce this in post. There we go. Well, what luck. I've gotten into a Fargo's dungeon, and I decided to break in right into the boss chamber. So, now that that's out of the way, let's go find the boss we were actually here for. Hopefully. A mob farm? Interesting. So this is a custom Fargo's dungeon, it seems, with interesting things. I actually might want these later. Oh wait, this is a nether. I don't want to break stuff like that. Anything interesting? I've also, now that my backpack is clear, I can just throw stuff in here. Hello. Magic mirror. Interesting. I'm not too worried about getting hurt. That can happen. Let's just run. I want to find the warden. That's the important thing, is the warden. I also want this. Because for some reason, my beheading is not working for creepers and skeletons. Oh, there's an entrance. Okay, so there's an entrance. But I need to get downstairs, because that is where the warden is. Mob farm. Okay. How do I get further down? It seems like there's just this subsection of the dungeon that isn't what I want. Can I break down? Whoop. Hop into the wall here. Oh. Same. Okay. Break out. Okay. Oh, is that the bottom? I guess that was the bottom. Oh, here's another entrance. Is this the same entrance that I was just in? It is. Okay. Warden. Need a warden. Where's the warden? In here? Is there... What is this? And... down here. Is this just a really small dungeon? Really? I feel like there should be more to this than there seems to be. What's up here? What's in here? Let's break in here. Is this not real? Is it all aesthetic? Really? None of this is real stuff? Is this just aesthetics? None of this is real. This is just fake salad dressing for... And this will take me outside, I presume? Yeah! This is all fake! What the heck? Because I need a warden. Really? All of this. No, not all of it. Okay, there is some interior here. Let's get rid of this now. In here. Take that. Archlich. Okay. Archlich bad. Take me downstairs. Let's go find ourselves a warden. This is a good sign. Big stairs. Maybe there's a big basement with a nice, juicy warden for me. Here, maybe? Check our chests. What? A bastion remnant? Maybe that's just the loot table. Because this is definitely not a bastion remnant. At least I hope it's not. That's not what I want to do today. That, I'll take that. And that, I'll take that. Throw that all away. That would be insane if this was a bastion remnant. Cryomancer. What is going on in this place? Goodbye, Cryomancer. Kill the Cryomancer. Well, I completed a quest. Because there's a Cryomancer tower we're gonna take on later. But, not for now. What? A stray spawner? I am very confused by this dungeon. I just want Skulk. That's all I want from this place. This is why the blink spell is useful. Break down here. Turn it off. You can go away. Further down, good. Further down is good. Turn that off. For future, don't need any of this. I have unlimited amounts of all of that. Get rid of this. Where is it? Where is the warden? The silence keeper, as the quest book calls it. Pigs. Spawners. Nothing? Really? Nothing? At the bottom. Okay. Well, I guess there's no warden here. That's annoying. Because I wanted Skulk. Maybe I'll fly out and see if I can find another one of these. Maybe there's a warden in it. All I need. One thing. All I need is the warden. Back in a sec. Okay, found another one. Let's see if this one has what we need in it. It seems to actually be the exact same structure. So that doesn't bode well for having what we need in it. This is literally the same layout. And there's another one, Archlich or Dead King over there. Let me see here. Nether Castle. Dead King. Is that a different thing? Bastion, no. Pyromancer, Cryomancer. Apothecary. Certain magical dungeon. We did that. I think this is it. But I don't want to kill that thing. Because I need a warden. There doesn't seem to be a warden in this thing. So, I figured if all the structures are the same, if there's gonna be a warden, it's probably the same place in all of them. So I decided to just come back to my original one and just dig around and see if there's something hidden from me. And I dug around in the Archlich's room and I found a hallway I haven't been in before, so we're just gonna check out this section of the dungeon, see if there's a warden in here somewhere. See if we can... I also made my break spell a projectile, so it can spam things from a distance. Mob thing. Oh, here's more chests, or barrels I haven't checked out yet. Not super interested in loot at the moment, I just want a warden. And we're gonna dig until we find it. Hello? Intermediary spaces? Hidden somewhere. Okay. I will admit, I did cheat a little bit and free cam around a little bit to find it, though, because that was faster than just going into a single player world since the structure is always the same. It's just off one of the corners here, and I have an episode to film, so, you know. But here we are. There's a trial spawner for a warden. Let's kill it and get what we need. I did cheat a little bit, but I don't feel so bad because it also made me feel stupid that it was just like, it wasn't hidden. It was just off one of the things I missed. So, yeah. We have a Skulk Catalyst. And I'm also just... save myself some time, just gonna take the skulks that I need, which is 12 of them, I believe, just from this thing. 12. Uh-oh. Please. Now, if we go into episode prep and take all of this stuff, we can craft our end portal frames. Ta-da! And what kind of stuff is in here? Fargo's talisman thing. Nothing of interest. That, and that are of interest. Okay, so there's every 30 minutes we can fight a warden here, which I'm definitely going to come back and do. Because I want the blue hearts. Or stuff. Let's put this away. And let's go. I don't actually know how to get out of here. But I am going to bookmark that warden spawner. Waypoint this warden spawner so I can come back here later, kill more wardens. Waypoint warden spawner. Okay. And it looks like there's a way out just over here. Right here. Excellent. I'm dumb. But I've been filming this episode for like an hour now, and I don't have the time today to walk around in circles for half an hour looking for that. But you're wondering where it is? Right there. Okay, everyone, the moment you've been waiting for a while is here. And I've been told the best way to place these is from here. So, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Then, theoretically, if we place all of these ender eyes, we should get the end portal. Ah, should we go in? Should we go in? Sure, why not? We've done it. Click the waystone. And let's take a look at what this island looks like. Da 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 da. So the dragon is dead, obviously. Next episode, I think we're gonna kill the dragon just for funsies. But also, that's terrifying. We have any ender pearls on us? No. But theoretically, if we fly out there, we should be able to get chorus fruit and a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to get in between episodes and tell you about later. What's this? Endstone Platinum. Yeah. Wonder if we can... Do I have the reduced size? Lift. Size. Do. Okay. Let's see if we can get in there real quick. So, self. Resize. How do we make ourselves bigger? Dampen. Dampen. And then apply a bunch of dampens. And we shrink ourselves. Zoop. Now we can get in here. And we are in the middle of nowhere. Excellent. There's an end ship right over here. Let's check this out. Shall we? There's a head. I needed a head. Ah. Take the head. We'll take... Good luck hitting me, bud. Darn it. Anything else interesting here? No. Anything interesting in here? Sure, we'll take that. What we really need, though, is this. Da-da-da-da-da-dum! And we can use that for several things. We can use it to make the glide glyph, which is probably what I'm going to use it for. How do we make these? There must be a recipe. Phantom membranes, dragon eggs, and another elytra. So we can duplicate them if we need to once we get into Oratech. If we get into Oratech, we can particle collide them. Phantom membranes are what I really need, but we can make those out of leather now. This also is useful for... You can extract dragon's breath from it. We'll need one to make this. We'll need a bunch of dragon heads. But we have one for now. And let's just do the end stuff this way. You got an extra long episode today. Let's see if we can find ourselves a chorus fruit. Shall we? Where would I find a chorus fruit? Actually. Let's sort by dimensions, see if there's any, end stuff. End stuff. Here we are, the end. End castle, end city, end city. Let's see if the end castle has any chorus fruit in it. Fly over here. There's an end castle, and there's what we want. We want chorus fruits, but we also want chorus flowers. Just so we can grow our own. We have a dragon head, or we can haunt stuff. I'm gonna need to shrink, grow, want self, resize, and the same amount of amplifies. Grow self, because I already have a grow spell. Grow self. Oh, never mind. What we actually want is a dispel. Right? Dispel. Dispel self. Which will get rid of our potion effects. And then they come back. Good. Okay. Well, let's get our chorus fruit, shall we? We can use that for several things. We can upgrade our armor. We can... Interesting. We can grow it in a bonsai pot, which I might want to do. We can make our AI disappear. And, most importantly, we can use this popped chorus fruit to make flight potions. Once we get phantom membranes, which we can get from haunting. Slow falling, we need phantom membranes. We can make flight potions and then put them in our potion infuser, and we have permanent flight. This is a bigger structure than I want to do today. End castle, here we go. And if we look in our list, end castle, we found it. Good. Well, folks, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We did a lot today, and I hope you enjoyed, because next episode, and between this episode and next episode, things really kick off. So, yeah. Have a good week. I've been bungling the sign-offs lately. Thanks for watching. Later.